Unemployment, the Silent Epidemic by Pavlina Tcherneva. Paying for goods, not bads. In a sense, the job guarantee prevents the exacerbation of the social costs of unemployment and other social deprivations by attempting to match the unemployed to jobs that meet basic unsatisfied needs. For example, healthy food, after-school care, clean public spaces. The job guarantee aims to create socially useful output. That is, it produces goods and is therefore superior to the status quo, which produces bads. It is useful to remember that unemployment is already paid for in terms of the lost output and increased resources dedicated to tackling poverty, declining health, crime, and other associated problems. The public sector and society in general are already bearing these costs. The job guarantee redistributes the expenditures and real resources toward more productive uses, such as human capital and community investment, rehabilitation, and renewal. Furthermore, the job guarantee can have a positive effect on state budgets. As discussed in the modern money theory literature, unlike the federal government, individual states are constrained by tax revenue for funding programs, which is why the job guarantee is pitched as a federally funded but locally administered program. Since Reagan's devolution revolution, states have increasingly been responsible for funding and administering programs that were previously under the charge of the federal government. Additionally, state spending is constrained by their balanced budget amendments, which prevent states from deficit spending and supporting anti-poverty programs precisely at a time when they are most needed. In downturns, Medicaid and state children's health insurance programs are just two examples of countercyclical policies that often experience funding shortfalls in recessions. In other words, the costs that arise from the problem of unemployment are increasingly borne by the states. Consider one example of the potentially large positive effect of the job guarantee on state budgets: state spending on incarceration. Nationally, the annual cost per inmate is $31,000. Compare that to a job guarantee job that pays $15 per hour, or $31,200 annually for full-time work. In some states, these costs are much higher. New York State, for example, spent $60,000 per inmate in 2012, and the City of New York spent $168,000. Falling employment and wages have been found to increase incarceration and recidivism, and community-based employment programs specifically have been found to prevent it. In the U.S., programs that place ex-convicts into jobs, such as the Jacksonville-based Ready for Work, have shown striking results: a reduction in recidivism from 70% to 15%. Since the job guarantee offers jobs for the at-risk and hard-to-employ populations, the cost savings to states could be significant. The program can reduce state spending on inmates drastically, but it can also shrink other costs as it reduces the rate of reoffending and certain types of economic crimes. Furthermore, former inmates who enter the job guarantee program will make a net positive contribution to the local economy with their production, consumption, and ability to pay rent and taxes. Incarceration is but one example of the savings in terms of financial and real resources that states can enjoy if the job guarantee were in place. Footnote 9. One study, Mitchell and Watts 2000, offers an estimate of the direct and indirect costs of unemployment and finds that, even under conservative assumptions, the loss of output and increase in government outlays to sustain positive levels of unemployment dwarf the costs of running a job guarantee.